Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez for TVS News at 5. Now, let's begin. Recently, Petronas was caught red-handed for awarding a provisions of alternative blasting and painting job to a firm based in West Malaysia. President of the Sarawak Petroleum Contractors Association, SPECA, Dato' Rahman Lariwu, urges the state government to intervene with the matter.
The matter was brought to Rahman's attention from one of the SPECA members who participated in the tender for the provisions of alternative blasting and painting for Petronas Carigali. Contracts granted will cover the provision of equipment, manpower and consumables for the alternative blasting works offshore Sarawak. And according to Rahman, there are many companies based in Sarawak which can provide similar service. If there is no intervention by the state government, Rahman said companies involved in the oil and gas industry would face frustration due to the lack of fair treatment from Petronas.
Now, Minister of Health Khairi Jamaluddin made a public call to NGOs and private sectors to play a major role in advocating their employees in adopting a healthy lifestyle. Such lifestyle will strengthen the body in combating COVID-19. Resulting in a complementary effort as government health facilities are focusing on fighting the pandemic.
As Malaysia transitions into the endemic phase, Khairi said, events such as the Can Work for Charity Walkathon virtually is a timely initiative.
Penganjuran Walkathon Amal Can Work yang dilaksanakan secara virtual ini adalah sangat tepat dan kena pada waktunya. Ini juga memberi gambaran bahawa aktiviti-aktiviti yang pernah dilakukan dalam keadaan normal sebelum pandemik melanda masih boleh dilaksanakan dengan pendekatan yang sedikit berbeza.
The charity walkathon was held to help raise funds for the cancer support group, Can Walk Cancer Society. Khairi said such an event is proof that activities that were organized pre-pandemic can still be carried out with a different yet creative approach. He hopes that when Malaysia moves into the endemic phase, more things will be adjusted according to the new normal. The Can Walk for Charity Walkathon will run for a month until November 3rd. Registrations can be made on the Can Work website until October 12th.
Now, Sarawak's ICU bed utilization rate has exceeded the country's rate, which stood at 65.8%. As of October 2nd, about 73.9% of the intensive care unit beds in Sarawak were utilized to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic.
A total of 5 states, including Sarawak, recorded ICU beds utilization rate of above 70%. Among them were Penang, Perak, Johor and Kedah. Other states and territories that recorded ICU bed utilization rates between 50% and 69% were Klang Valley, Kelantan, Terengganu, Sabah, Perlis, Pahang and Melaka. Yesterday, Malaysia reported 10,950 new COVID-19 infections, bringing the infections tally to 2,263,616. With another 109 COVID-19 deaths yesterday, the country's pandemic death toll now stands at 26,565.
Now, as at October 2nd, a total of 20,418,495 individuals, or 87.2% of the adult population in the country, have completed their COVID-19 vaccination, just 2.8% short of the targeted 90%.
Based on the Ministry of Health data and COVID Now portal, 94.3% or 22,070,545 individuals of the adult populations have received at least one dose of the vaccine. At the same time, 3% or 92,949 of adolescents aged between 12 and 17 have completed their vaccination. A total of 211,517 doses of the vaccine were dispensed yesterday, with 89,695 as first dose and 121,822 as second dose, bringing the total number of doses administered under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program to 44,145,505. PICK was launched on February 24th this year to curb the spread of COVID-19. Meanwhile, 109 deaths due to the COVID-19 were reported yesterday, with 33 of them brought in dead, BID, bringing the death toll to 26,565.
Kalau musim dia kahwin, kalau pakai benda aksesoris tu cantik kalau letak di kepala dia.
Pada masa lalu, setidaknya belum ada cooking pun utensils yang diperbuat daripada steel, besi, belum ada.
Kegunaan topi ni, dia melambangkan status seseorang. Kalau topi dia lagi banyak perhiasan, mungkin dia adalah seorang yang dihormati ataupun ketua bagi komuniti orang Ulu tersebut.
As long as I live, I will do the best I can in advocating in animal welfare. They also need our love. We need to become empathetic, and this will indirectly change our perspective about life, understanding the struggles and suffering of other creatures.
Saya harap orang ramai akan lebih tahu save our strays dan akan spread more awareness tentang animal welfare di whole of Malaysia.
Kecemasan boleh saya bantu?
Hello, there's been a motorcycle accident here. Maybe an elephant ran it over.
Sir, there is fire accident at the address number 5 Jalan Tembikar Shah Alam.
PGO from FRT Shah Alam, there was no fire accident here. Over.
MERS 999. Use it wisely.
Welcome to Take Me to Sarawak, the travel show that takes you on a journey for great food, culture, and meeting interesting people in little-known places. Follow me as I rediscover my homeland every Sunday, 7:15 p.m. only on TVS channel 122 Astro and MyTV. Aram, kita rawat.
Welcome back. In its next update, the MySejahtera app will feature a new complaint button to allow users to report against any standard operating procedures SOPs violations. This includes failure to wear face mask, failure to practice social distancing, as well as for premises violations such as failure to record visitor attendance. Ministry of Health MOH said the complaint button will enable users to report SOPs breached directly to the authority. In addition, once the new feature is made available, MOH said users can also upload photos as the evidence of SOP violation. Now, a total of 47,000 students in Terengganu, Kelantan, Langkawi and Kedah started their physical academic session today. Senior Education Minister Dr. Radzi Jidin said classes went smoothly and was conducted in compliance with the stipulated SOPs to prevent infection.
Radzi paid a visit to several schools in Terengganu today and said the schools have successfully implemented ventilations emphasized by his ministry previously. He was also satisfied with the rotation system, where half of the students will be in the classroom while the remainder will be present virtually. This system will allow the students to maintain physical distance so that admission and dismissal of students can be done in an orderly manner. At the same time, Radzi stated more than 80% of Form 5 to Form 6 students nationwide have been administered with the COVID-19 vaccine. Vaccinations for students in Form 1 to Form 5 are underway and is progressing quickly.
Now, in a related development, Senior Education Minister Dr. Radzi Jidin have made a clear statement that unvaccinated teachers will not partake in any face-to-face lessons. Even so, Radzi ensures that the decision will not affect learning and teaching sessions conducted in schools or at home.
The restriction will be applied to some 2,000 teachers nationwide who refuse to be vaccinated. According to Radzi, the ministry have identified their schools and the subjects they teach, and the likeliness of being transferred out of their school is very high. This, however, does not indicate that they are allowed to conduct face-to-face lessons in other schools. Such decision is necessary, said Razi, to ensure the post where almost all teachers who teach the same subjects are not affected. Instead, they are given other tasks to manage.
Malaysia's direct selling industry sales are forecast to grow next year despite the COVID-19 pandemic. In line with global trends, experts say it will be driven mainly by wellness as well as cosmetic and personal care products. It is said that sales in Malaysia were expected to increase by 10% to 15% next year, from 20 billion ringgit in 2020.
Chi Group founder and executive chairman Datuk Sri Vijay Iswaran said job loss and economic difficulties had driven many individuals to turn to direct selling. It is seen by many as a viable micro-entrepreneurship opportunity that provided an alternate income stream. According to Vijay, Malaysia is listed as one of the 10 markets for direct selling worldwide by the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, WFDSA. A report by WFDSA listed Malaysia climbing the ranks to 7th position on their top markets list. It further said Malaysia is listed with a 3-year compound annual growth rate or investment yields of 11.4% from 2017 to 2020. It is the third highest growth rate after Argentina and India, respectively.
There has been a confusion about the proposal recently announced by the government to allow the sale of Bumiputra shares. The said proposal is only on Bumiputra mandated institutions, which allow sale to Bumiputra consortium, companies or individuals. They are the Pemodelan Nasional Berhad PNB, Tabung Haji and Equity Nasional Berhad.
Minister of Economy in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, said the government plans to clarify the matter. He explained that Bumiputra share ownership comprised shares owned by Bumiputra individuals as well as Bumiputra mandated institutions. Together, they made up about 17.2% shares owned in 2019.
Well, that concludes TVS News. I'm Ruben Gomez. Anytime, anywhere.